Aside from being a phenomenal exercise for building muscle and pulling strength, the pull-up is a movement that many set as goals for themselves. The problem is the pull-up is very difficult to learn, and the only thing more frustrating than trying and failing to learn an exercise is to continually watch tutorials and come away from them feeling like you've added nothing to your progress. So today we're going to cut through the BS and go through a comprehensive, simple, and most importantly, effective way that you can learn how to get your first pull-up. Let's get into it. How you doing, Cali Crowd? Welcome back to the channel that makes calisthenics simple. If we're struggling to learn how to pull up, we should first make sure that we're trying to learn the easiest form of pull-up in the first place. So let's define what that looks like, because as we know, a pull-up is not a pull-up is not a pull-up. And going from 0 of something to 1 rep of something can be a huge jump. Now, I'm going to assume here that you want to learn a clean bar pull-up. So you'll be on a straight bar, so not P-bars or rings, and you're looking to use a pronated grip as opposed to the supinated chin-up grip. Even within these parameters though, there are various ways that you can do a pull-up, and some variations are better than others. The easiest variation of the pull-up though is the arch back pull-up, where we look to use the cue of getting the chest to the bar. The reason this is the most efficient pull-up technique is because we look to get the larger muscles, the lats, the rhomboids, working harder to get you from a dead hang to chin over the bar. A common mistake beginners make is to default to a bastardized version of the hollow body pull-up, where the shoulders get internally rotated and we end up overly relying on the relatively small teres major to do the job of getting through the top part of the pull-up. Okay, so we know why we should do the arch back pull-up, so how do we do it? Even if you can't do one pull-up just yet, the cues we're about to go through will be the same cues that we'll be using in all of the progressions that we'll go through later. So step by step and slow down, this is what that looks like. Grab the bar, hands shoulder width apart so that you're in a controlled hang. Note how this doesn't mean limp, we're still holding tension in our legs and core. The first part of the movement is then this active hang, which essentially means depressing and retracting the scapula. This is important because this is what creates our stable foundation to generate force from. From here we pull, visualizing trying to send our elbows down to the ground and our chest to the bar, again maintaining that full body tension. Your elbows may flare out a little depending on the relative length of your upper arms, but try your best to keep your forearms parallel with each other. Send your chest towards the bar, allowing the back to arch, and then we reverse these steps on the way down. This is what that should look like when we put all of these cues together. Okay, great, so now we know what good technique looks like. How do we get strong enough to do a pull-up? What does good pull-up programming look like? Well, it looks like any other good program for developing a movement. We need to build up the muscles that allow us to have the capacity to do the movement. Then we need to develop the strength that allows us to become efficient at it. If you're wondering, why can't I do a pull-up yet? The likelihood is you're doing too much, and most pull-up programs don't look so much as a program as do every single pull-up progression all in one go. The pull-up program that I recommend is extremely simple and follows a 6-week focus on capacity, followed by a 4-week focus on strength. And it starts with the resistance band pull-up. Do 10 to 12 reps of these for 4 sets. Do this 2 to 3 times per week. Why? Well, 10 reps gives us significant time under tension to build the muscle that we need and build efficiency in the pull-up movement pattern. Remember, bigger muscles produce more force, and the main reason we can't do a pull-up at the moment is because we're just not strong enough. If you struggle to hit 10 reps, use a heavier band. Volume is important, and if you have to use a very heavy band to start off with, just do what you have to do to get to 10 to 12 reps. We're going to follow this up with scapular pull-ups. From our hanging position, we're going to retract and depress our scapula, really getting the shoulders away from the ears. Hold this position for 2 seconds, then slowly lower back down. Do this for 8 reps over 3 sets, and do both these exercises 2 to 3 times per week. After 6 weeks of this, we then switch our focus towards strength. Go for 3 reps of pull-up negatives, descending for a count of 7 seconds over 4 sets. Take big breaks between sets here, as strength building is all about working at or near maximum capacity. After this, we jump into pull-up isometrics. We're going to get into the top of a pull-up, step onto a box or step ladder if you need to, and we're just going to hold this top position for 15 to 20 seconds. We are typically weakest at the top of the pull-up, and the pull-up isometric allows us to target that part of the movement, getting stronger where we are most likely to struggle the most. We do this for 4 weeks, again 3 times per week before taking a week off and starting the 10-week process again. Ideally, for week 1, the second time round, you'll be significantly stronger and will be able to progress by doing things such as using a lighter resistance band. It really is this simple, but it's the consistency that allows this to work. I've taught many people how to do a pull-up using this exact same method, including myself. Integrate this into your training. Make sure you're eating well and getting enough rest. And if you're looking to streamline your pull-up progress and skip past making any avoidable mistakes on your pull-up journey, then take a look at this video.